This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of God Merstone, Uluru and Teach World, and the peace and salutations and blessings to the Lord's hopeful elect, to begin with the 144,000, the elect men of the nation of Israel, and the 1/3 men, women, and children, the believers, those of you that have come back to walk this walk of faith in these last days by the Spirit empowered by the Heavenly Father, and also try to the best of your ability, to walk godly, in worshiping your power in truth and spirit, hoping at the hand for your salvation. To you I'm saying shalom. As we know, we are in the end time, the hand of this word, the word which is under the rule of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the Caucasian. Their hand is near, their time is up, and this is according to the biblical prophets, that's why we see everything happening in fulfilling of these times, according to according as it is written in the Bible, according to the prophets, we see the spirit of man, the spirit of this current time, the whole world is actually in the war, in the mentality of war, losing, warring, scared, people are afraid of the future of this world, and that is has been more and more as we are approaching to the end. The news speak more about the upcoming wars, so actually speaking about evil times, I may say, so we are about to see this world be handed in fashion, in a great destruction. This world is going to be destroyed. This system, this age, I mean, if you may understand, it's going to be destroyed because the earth is going to abide forever, as according to as it is written in the Bible. But the system, the age that has been set like now to rule, which is under the influence and control and power of Esau Edom, is going to be destroyed in a fashion. It's going to be destroyed in a great fashion, and that's going to be by the way of war, great destruction, and this destruction is going to come by the way of fire, as we understand. The first world was destroyed by water, by flood. This world that we are in, this wicked world, the ungodly world, it's going to be destroyed in the same fashion, but this time by the flood of fire, the fire that's going to come from the nuclear missiles, this nation possess, and also the fire from the chariot of the Heavenly Father, the concentration fire that's going to come out of the chariot of the Heavenly Father, which you people of the world call them so-called UFO, some now they call them UAP, but those are not just alien or to the earth, those vehicles are not alien, those vehicles have been here from ancient times, right? If you go to the different this different civilization of past, you will see the depiction of those vehicles, in their let me say, for lack of better word, in their in their histories, man, in their records, man, you may see the depiction of the so-called UFO, and they know who lied those. They used to know lied on those vehicles, man. So are we in these times, man. The men of Most High, since we've been awakened, because we used to believe the same thing. We used to believe that those so-called UFO are a vehicle that are laden by who? Green men, But we understand those are vehicle of the Heavenly Father, and inside them, the beings that are lighting those vehicles are angels, man, and they are dark-skinned beings, man. Look like the so-called Negro, and Latinos, So those vehicles gonna bring destruction as well, fire, because the Yahweh Shai is coming to bring the fire, So are the angels that's gonna be around about him, So the state of the earth right now is in the brink of war, That's why we see in the news people, they've been constantly speaking about those things, man, about news concerning the war, And these are the things that we've been told to look for before the end comes, So by seeing these things happening, this which are part of the science said, we understand that the end of this system is by and by, man. Soon it's gonna be ended, So this is the book of Matthew 24. I may start from 6. I may start from 4. I may start from 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? The hand of the word means the end of the hedge of the of a rulership, And we understand when at that time when Yahushua was on the earth, walking on the earth before going to his father, the people or nation that were ruling in that time were the Romans, man, were the Edomite, the so-called white people today, So they were ruling in that time, and according to the biblical prophets, we are living in the second second time of their rule, man. They are ruling again, So and soon the Lord is going to come to invade this earth to destroy this system, as they say in the book of 1 Corinthians 15 and 24, For he will come on the earth, make hand of this rule and authority, man, So as it goes on, it says, and the Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, a Mashiach, or I may say Christ, as you people of the word say, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's what we see today, man. Ukraine and Russia, There's an ongoing war there. In Israel, in the Middle East, Israel, between Israel and the Palestinians, Every day they bomb each other there. A lot of people are dying, women and children, old men, So these are the things that we see, which are part of the signs of the end of this age, the end of this world, this system, As it goes on, it's see that ye be no trouble. Why? Because there's an order in prophets, we understand World War III will come. World War III is inevitable, but there's another prophecy need to come to pass first, which is the implementation of RFID microchip, which is part of the prophecy written in the book of Revelation 13:16 going down, which is going to be fulfilling the mark, the MOTB, the mark of the the mark of the beast, and that's what they have to come first, and then we're going to see the time of Jacob trouble, and then in the midst of that, this nation, they're going to be in a war, and that's going to be known as World War III, as it's written in the book of Revelation 11 and 14. The first war, and I mean the second war already passed, and the third war comes quick. War means war, destruction, and that's the present war. We understand World War I and World War II already passed. Now is the World War III is on the door. Soon this nation, they're gonna be in that main theater of war, to fight and kill each other, which is there in the land of Levante, or in the Middle East. That's where this nation, they're gonna gather to fight, man, to destroy each other, to kill each other. And at the end, we're gonna see America, the whole land, being destroyed by the way of war, fire, nuclear fire. I mean, the nuclear missiles are gonna be shot in America, and they turn that land as a lake of fire, as it is written in the book of Revelation as well. Which is known as a second death. So second death is coming, to the whole world. The first death was by the way of flood. The second death is going to be by the way of fire. So as it goes on, it's a war. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's what we see going on around the world. We see nation against nation allying each other. I mean, are trying to, they are fighting each other, man. There's a lot of tension between nations, man, from the east to the west, north to the south, man. Nowhere is been what left behind, man. All these are the beginning of sorrow, So we are in the time we're gonna see all this come to pass. There's a and also not to forget the presence of chariot of the Heavenly Father. They're also making their presence known, man. So we are in the time, man. So let me go to the news. So like, so in the news they say, well, NATO in talks to put nuclear weapons on standby. So these are the drums of war, man, sounding louder and louder. As we are approaching to the end of this world, to the end of this system. NATO is discussing the possibility of deploying more nuclear weapons on standby in the face of growing threats from Russia and China. NATO Chief Jens Stoltenberg, so lucky for pronouncing long, told the British Telegraph newspaper, adding that consultations are ongoing among members states on how to use nuclear arsenal transparency as a deterrent, report Reuters and Politico. I will not go into detail of how many nuclear warheads should be on the standby and which should remain in storage, but we need to consult on this issue. That is what we are doing. It was quoted as saying to the newspaper, as Gazoni said, Stoltenberg stressed that the purpose of NATO nuclear transparency is to inform about the fact that NATO is a nuclear alliance. He said that while NATO aspires to a world without nuclear weapons exists, and we will remain nuclear alliance. So that's a stand, if we read down quickly, say what? So meanwhile, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Monday that Stoltenberg's comments contradicted the Ukraine conference statement, according to which any threat or use of nuclear weapon in the Ukrainian context is inadmissible. This is nothing but another escalation of tension, Peskov said. Stoltenberg remarks. So on the other side, on the other news, he said, UK Citizens Army preparing the pre-war generation for conflict. Talk of wider war in Europe and the potential need for mass mobilization or a citizen army may sound alarming, but the head of the British Army, General Sir Patrick Sanders, is not alone in issuing national call to prepare for major conflict on Europe's soil. Last week, another senior NATO military chief said countries needed to be on alert and they expect the unexpected. Rob Bauer, who heads the Alliance Military Committee, said the public needed to change their mindset for an era when anything can happen at any time. So German as well. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius recently told a German newspaper, "We have to take into account that Vladimir Putin might even attack a NATO country one day. While he said such an attack is unlikely now, our expert expect a period of 5 to 8 years in which this could be possible." So yeah, that's what is in the news. And here we found, in the Middle East, what they say that Israel, this is from the Mail Online, you say, Israel is on the brink of full-scale war with Hezbollah, one ex-IDF intelligence officer, as the leader of the Iran-backed terror group says no place would be safe, while also threatening to attack Cyprus. And we understand Iran as well. They are also known as nuclear nation. They have ability, or they have capability of weapon of mass destruction. And a few days ago, yes, I believe it was where we saw Vladimir Putin and the president of North Korea, came together, to strengthen their alliance. As I may lead here, so a new North Korean Russia pact called for immediate military aid if invaded. Seoul, North Korea and Russia have agreed to provide immediate military assistance if either faces armed aggression, according to the full text of landmark pact released on Thursday by Pyongyang after a visit by Russia President Vladimir Putin. South Korea responded by convening an emergency meeting of its National Security Council and said it would now consider sending arms to Ukraine, which it had previously ruled out. So yeah, we are in the brink of war, and this war is going to bring a lot of death to the people. So let me read this. This book of Isaiah first. 9. Start from 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and the garment rolled in blood, but this shall be with a burning and fury of fire. So we understand the scenario that the ancient war were conducted, where what? Where people were fighting face to face in close combat. But this one, Mosiah say, what? This gonna be by what? They used javelin, they used different weapons, or, like his sword and stuff like that, the hollows, But this Mosiah said, what? This is gonna be of burning and a fury of fire, So that's why we see this nation, they've been preparing themselves. So we are about to see them going to war. Read this book of Joel 9 and 10. 3 and 9. Start proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshare into sword and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourself together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So we see this nation right now, they're preparing, they're getting ready, they're strengthening their alliance, they're putting their weapon ready, all this is to get ready for the war, and this war, as I mentioned before, as I read the book of Isaiah, it's going to be fought by the way of war, nuclear missiles, This war is going to involve great fire, the massive fire, where a lot of people are going to die in the midst of that. So with that, let me say Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.